So what I'm gonna do is do an unboxing of a sous vide that I purchased. It's a Kitchen Boss G300, and I have never laid my hands on a sous vide. I've read about them. My son has told me about them, Chef Felipe Encarnacion, and I'll put a link description up here on a video where he made some chicken wings. The reason why I bought this sous vide is because I want to start cooking using that method. Sous vide meaning under vacuum in French, and so I'm going to do an unboxing and see how that looks, and I'll later familiarize myself with that, and I hope to be doing some chicken wings, about 50 or 60 of them, for my daughter's birthday. And so having said that, let me go ahead and get started. So this is the box right here, Kitchen Boss Sous Vide 300. One of the reasons why I bought this one is because as I was looking through several, and my son said that he used the Anora, I believe it is, at one of his jobs. It was a home sous vide, not the Nano, not the beginner model, but a little bit more advanced. However, being that he used it in a professional kitchen, so this one here costed less. It costed right at $100. I'll put a description to this, where I'll link to it at the end. And in the descriptions, should I say. And then, so this also is all stainless steel. You can fully submerge this. It's not plastic, and being that it's fully submergible, that's one of the reasons why. It's a very quiet motor, so therefore if it's in the kitchen and other people are in that area, it won't really bother anybody as far as any noise. Okay, so here's the other side. Product color is silver, pretty much what it showed on the other end. kitchenboss.com. Opens over here. On this side, let me turn it around. It just has some information. So yeah, let me put it over here. Sorry about that. Sous vide cooker, shows a voltage, and one of the things that I like, the rated power is 1100, which is very good for a home purposes. It has a timer on it, which I don't think I'll be using. I'll just turn it on whenever I want to. It is made in China. Okay, I don't have my tripod. I don't know where it's at. So anyway, here we go. Cut the seal there with my handy knife. It says open right here. And I'm trying to do this with one hand. Like I said, because I don't have a I don't have my tripod. So we comes with a bag to store it, and being that this is fully submergible, you can wash it really good, dry it up, and then store it inside this. This is nice. To one side, Kitchen Boss vacuum sealer bags. Now I do have a food saver vacuum sealer, and I'll just be using that. But this right here, I'll go ahead and use those two. They came with it. So, and my understanding is one of the purposes of having the food vacuum sealed is a couple of reasons. One of them is that it'll go down. It won't float to the top. It'll be submerged in the hot water, because these sous vide they circulate the water in a container, and then they will also heat the temperature of the water to a certain point and leave it there. So if you leave it there for an extended period of time, the food, whatever it is, it's not going to overcook as if you would leave it in the, here's the bags anyway, if you would leave it in the oven or the grill. instruction manual, which I'll be going over in a little while. I'm sure it has instructions in different languages. And here has a styrofoam to protect it. And this here, this is made out of a hard plastic, and it is to put the sous vide machine in. Tighten it down with this knob here. That's what it looks like. Right, it operates that unit right there. You can see inside here. And then this one would put it on the edge of the container. And I will put it, I already ordered through Amazon a container, so I will look at that. Okay, so here's a cord. And let me see if I can do this with one hand. Because like I said, I don't have my tripod. I don't know where it's at. That's fine, I don't need it. And here it is, weighs about 3 pounds. Oop. It's pretty hefty. Inside there is a circulator and the heating element as well. It has a max line and a minimum line. Has an open and close, and this is sealed with plastic. Okay, so I'm going to remove that plastic. Let me see if this is where I would use the this is where I would use the tripod if I had it. I'm going to remove this. So this is what it looks like inside. You got the heating element, and then the circulator circulates the water in the container. Then of course, like I said, the heating elements. Okay, let me put it back together again. All I did was turn it to the left and it came right off. I'll put it back in. So here it is with the bottom part back on it again. And I'm going to take a look at what's here and also up on top. Okay, so as soon as I turn it on, let's see. As soon as I turned it on, this came up, and I guess right now inside this room it's 83.3 degrees. It is kind of warm. You can see on the left here, well, let me see if I can. On the left here, you can put it at centigrade or Fahrenheit, and there is a settings on and off, minus and plus. Okay, so let's see, what does this right now? It's on it's blinking probably because I didn't use it. So there, I'll turn it back on. Right now it's on Fahrenheit. If I get this, and I'm just learning, turns to centigrade, 28.5. Here it again, turns to Fahrenheit, 83.3. This one here, 122 would be the degrees. Supposing I would have wanted it 130. Let me do this. I guess you got to do it within a certain amount of time. If you hold your finger down, it goes a little faster. So I can put it at 130. I just put a 0.3 right now just because, but I could lower it down. There, 130. Now, supposing I hit this again and again. The second time that I hit it, it puts a timer. It goes back to the temperature. So off it goes. Oop. So when I turned this on, up here there was an error code. And the reason for that error code was because this should be turned on when it's submerged into water with the level between the maximum and the minimum. Otherwise, you're going to get error codes. And over here, lights turn up, and these indicate when it's actually being used. And when it's heating up, when it's found its standby point, show when it has reached the heat up point, when it's in standby, because it's reached that temperature, and when it's the thermostat has the machine functioning again. Okay, so that's about it for this unboxing, and I will hope to show you guys this in use when I will be doing the wings, and hopefully later on I'll be doing more things. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Okay, so here with one hand I am going to put this through here. If I can do it with one hand, two hands should not be a problem. Okay, so I get this, and I will just tighten this up. I can already feel it tightening up a little bit. Now I'm not too concerned about putting too much pressure on the metal because it is stainless steel. And this over here, I'll go ahead and loosen up. Very small screw threads, so it takes a little while to open it up, but I would basically put this inside a container, the container being around here, and then tighten it up. So in this here, I can put this lower or higher so that it would be in the container, and they do recommend a container that is up to 15 liters. The one that I've ordered is 12 quarts. A quart is very close to the size of a liter. Okay, this is a G300 Kitchen Boss Sous vide. You can see, very easy to store.